Microtransactions are bad in Dragon's Dogma 2. Sorry, let me fucking restart this because I got fucking totally ADHD distracted here.
Hey all, this is Reddit Tosker. At the time of recording,
Oh, what's up, Reddit?
Dogma 2 has a mostly negative review score on Steam. The two main issues people are upset about are the microtransactions and the performance on release.
Uh-oh.
And people in my comment section have been asking me why I didn't mention either of those things in my review. So in this video I'd like to answer those questions and also give my thoughts on the situation as a whole.
Yeah, give us the lore.
First, for the performance issue. I didn't mention any performance issues because I didn't experience any.
Oh.
Or at least I didn't experience any that were serious enough for me to notice. My
Oh?
reviews focus on the things that I care about and the things I have some expertise in. And I'm afraid performance isn't one of those things. I can tell the difference between 30 frames per second and 60, but I've never actually seen more than 60 frames per second. In fact, I've never seen more than 1080p resolution.
Huh?
So I hesitate to talk about performance issues in video games simply because I don't notice them very often. And that may be what happened.
Dude ain't got a 144p monitor? Dude ain't got a 144 or a fucking, oh my god, holy shit, what's it called? Dude ain't got one of those? Dude's just playing fucking 60 FPS?
Here. Throughout the entire time that I played, I didn't notice anything severe enough to mention. I played in 1080p at 60 frames per second, and I didn't notice much of any frame dips. It could be that I got lucky, or it could be that I'm not very sensitive to things like that, given that I played most of my life on console. Either way, I think...
Yeah, that's true, dude. When I was playing on console, like, going from playing on console to when I got my first, like, gaming computer, I was like, what the fuck? And then I got a monitor that was 165 hertz. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it was mind-boggling to me, dude. I was like, oh my god, this is so much better than anything I've ever experienced. For my phone is dog shit. It was lagging. I thought he was lagging. Oh, shit, bro. Also, Postal Guy, listen, dude. I'm not gonna hold you to fucking whatever the fuck you said, like, literally 3 years ago, man. As long as you don't do any, like, dumb shit again. Yeah, man. Also, I mostly stream on Twitch if you want to come through. First link in the description. No, that was not the fucking Windows 8 fucking maybe 60 frames a second gaming laptop. Dude, the sad thing is I totally could have used that laptop way more than I did. Like, it was definitely good enough. But I never utilized it. Yo, what's up, Juicy? How goes it, gangsta?
It's probably best to look to other reviewers for performance information, because it's not something I'm going to be able to talk about with authority in the future or now. Now, as for the microtransactions, there's a rumor going around that reviewers weren't able to talk about the microtransactions until
Dude, W floor nap.
after release, or that they were secret and people just didn't know about them. That isn't true. Capcom was
Hell yeah, Postal Guy. Appreciate you, gangsta.
not exactly hiding them. In the media kit that I got and that everybody else got, they reveal a list of all the microtransactions and how much they cost. So I did know about it, technically. I didn't mention it in my review because I didn't have access to those items in my review. They just gave me a list of what you could buy. And I skimmed it for 5 seconds, saw what was on the list,
Smiley face.
and thought to myself, well, all that stuff is stupid, I'm not buying that, and then put it out of my mind. When I saw this list, I had already been playing the game for a while, so I had all of the items that were on the microtransactions, and I had a sense of how easy it was or difficult it was to get them.
So what, are they just letting you fucking, like, pay to win, pretty much? Like, just, like, giving you overpowered shit if you fucking spend money?
You can buy the jail keys in the game for relatively cheap, and you can get a permanent one fairly early. There are like 5 port crystals you can get throughout a playthrough. You find wake stones and wake stone shards all the time. And I never felt like I was hurting for rift stone crystals. Even though, during this review period, the only other people I could play with were other reviewers. So even though there was a very limited pool of people that could access my pawn, I felt like I always had plenty. And the stuff you could buy with it wasn't that important. The only really good stuff was the 2 items that let you change your appearance. These purchases looked stupid to me. The items you can buy from it are close to worthless, and so I just kind of forgot about them. I skimmed the list for 5 seconds, and then I went back to playing Dragon's Dogma for another 40 hours. And I didn't feel the need to include in my review these worthless DLC items.
I'm about to put my phone in a microwave. All right, my boy, we'll see you in heaven. All right. You got, when you get up there, you got to ask God why the fuck he hate you and he gave you the fucking, the brain that he did to make you think that's a good idea, my boy. I remember in school, this guy went under the stalls while I was taking a dump and he standed there, then just crawled back out on the pee-filled floor. I was flabbergasted, not gonna lie. Yeah, dude, I hate when motherfuckers be just standing there when I be taking dumps.
Items that I didn't have access to and that I wasn't going to buy. So those are the reasons I didn't talk about it. But now that we are on the subject, let's talk about it now. I don't like microtransactions. I don't like them in general, but I especially don't like them in a single-player game that's fully priced.
Dude, this reminds me of fucking Far Cry 5. When I got, listen, don't get me wrong, I love Far Cry 5. But when I first started playing Far Cry 5 and I got to the store and it was like, buy with Ubisoft points, I was like, why the fuck are there microtransactions in a single player game? I am not buying this fucking stupid gun with fucking microtransactions, dude. What the fuck?
$70. Now, I maintain that...
Again, dude, when did the gaming industry decide that $70 was the fucking point to entry on this shit, bro? What the fuck?
These particular microtransaction items are worthless. You don't need them. Your experience won't be better or that much easier with them. The only kind
Inflation.
of
My bad.
valuable one is the port crystal. But like I said, you'll get like 5 or 6 of those in a playthrough. So its value will be limited and it will be most valuable in the first few hours. But that's beside the point. Microtransactions are bad inherently. Because if you pay someone to do something, you incentivize them to do it more.
Dude trying to shoot him in the eye. Sorry, ADHD.
So if microtransactions are a substantial amount of a game's revenue, or a substantial amount of a projected game's revenue, then the developers will be pushed, sometimes against their will, to design the game in such a way that you want those microtransactions. And even in situations where the developers aren't forced to do that, the player base will always wonder if that's why things are the way they are.
Dude, I don't understand why these, like, if you want your game to have, like, a lot of microtransactions in it, why don't you just make a really good free game and then put microtransactions in it that doesn't completely ruin the game? Like, you can still play without the microtransactions. Like, what the fuck is up with that? Okay, I'm about to march to the Apple Store and pray for a refund if my phone doesn't stop lagging. It just lag. About to chuck it out the 5-story window. Yo, what's up, Sharia? How's it going, homie? I think Fall Guys did it well before Epic Games busted in. They busted in Fall Guys? What? I got a penis, I mean Pepsi? What?
It's hard for someone like Itsuna, the director of Dragon's Dogma 2.
Wait, they weren't free. Never mind.
To talk about how good it is.
Or, I mean, Fall Guys was like, what, $10 though? Like, make a game like this, like, $10 to $20, and then put microtransactions in it if you want. But don't make it $70 and then there be a shit ton of microtransactions.
Is to walk places. You know, you don't need fast travel, just don't make your game's world boring. It's hard for him to talk about that vision in a convincing way when they're selling a port crystal for $3. It makes people not believe him. Let me ask this. Why can't I delete
Dude, hell yeah, Shreya. Which ones are you looking at?
my character? Why do I have to go into the save files to delete it that way? Why is there no option to start over? Is it perhaps because they're selling the Art of Metamorphosis in the store? Is it so that you have to pay cash to edit your character's appearance? And there are Art of Metamorphosis for sale in-game. You can use Rift Crystals to buy them. But they also sell Rift Crystals. And that makes people suspicious. It's hard to believe that there was some kind of design constraint for letting people delete their files and start over. This is something that every game has always had, including Dragon's Dogma 1. So when you notice that you can't start over, and you wonder why, it's hard not to assume that it's because Capcom is being greedy bastards.
You can't start over? What if I cook my shit? What if I build a class that's bad? I gotta make this shit good off the rip? Oh, I'm cooked, dude. I'm fucking cooked, dude.
And are trying to shake a couple extra bucks off of you after you've given them 70. It's hard to not assume that this
Okay, Postal Guy, sounds good.
is one of those situations I was describing where their desire to sell microtransactions negatively influenced the design of the game. And then the situation gets worse when you see the problems on release. I may not have experienced very many problems, but maybe my PC is better than most people's. Capcom themselves have admitted that there's critical problems with crashing and freezing. I've heard of people not being able to download it. Not to mention all of the problems with the frame rate.
Dude.
So you have a game that launches poorly on release, that you charge $70 for, and then it has the gall to have $40 worth of microtransactions available for purchase. No. No. See, what makes me...
Bro, $70 for no reset button? That's wild. Dude. Yeah. $70 for no restart. $70 for fucking 30 fucking frames per second. 70. Wait, did I say 30? I meant $70. $70 for maybe not even being able to launch the game, by the way. That's a problem. Shit's ass, man. What the fuck? Kinda didn't pre-order this shit. Whew. This is supposed to be one of the best games of the year, right? Wasn't this supposed to be like literally one of the best fucking games of the year? Crazy, dude. Crazy. Awesome. What's up, bro?
Me upset is that I like Dragon's Dogma. I like Dragon's Dogma 2. I waited a long time for Dragon's Dogma 2 to come out. I proselytized the virtues of the original game for years. And now this release of what is a good game underneath all of this mess
On God,
has
Judge,
been
on
tainted
God.
by Capcom's greed and incompetence.
What the fuck, Capcom?
I think people are right to be upset. Games shouldn't...
Oh, also, wait, did I respond to it? Unravel 2 and fucking It Takes Two? That's hype. And it's hype. Both those games are sick. Also, this man is giving me... Mod talk too much vibes. KW, he like $70 with $40 worth of microtransactions? No.
release in this state, and they shouldn't be filled with shameless microtransactions. I'm glad that Dragon's Dogma 2 is getting a bunch of negative reviews on Steam, and I hope that that draws people away from purchasing the game or convinces them to refund it. If for no other reason than to hopefully...
Yeah, I'm definitely not playing it right now. The sad thing again is these fucking devs will fucking sit here and be like, oh, yeah, the game didn't perform well. Yeah, we shouldn't make any more games like this. And it's like, no, you should make more games like this. You should just not launch them in horrible states. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck?
teach Capcom a lesson when it's looking at its financials, and disincentivize from doing something like this again. You can always buy the game later when it's in a more acceptable state or at a discount.
Yeah, I'll wait for the in-between Christmas and New Year's sale on Steam for the shit to be like $40. And probably cop it then. In like what? How long is that? Like 8 months, 7 months? Wait, 9 months? 8-9 months?
But as it stands,
Play Postal 4 or 2, never Postal 3. Postal 2 is against Twitch TOS. Maybe one day we'll just do a kick stream where I play Postal 2. Dragon Dogma 2 is definitely a good game, but a lot of people are going to be upset about not being able to play it to its full potential. Yeah, I think it is a good game. Wait, Jake, did you ever claim Midnight Ghost Hunt when it was on Epic Games? Unravel is good. I gotta play the second one.
Recommend that if you're bothered by the performance issues or offended by the microtransactions, don't buy it. Refund the game. It's currently as bad as it's going to be. It can only get better. Capcom has already issued this statement, promising to try and fix the performance, try and fix the frame rate, and they even said that they're going to try and get you to be able to start a new character on the Steam version. And I think that's good. People should keep complaining. Who knows if they would have prioritized being able to start over if people hadn't been complaining online. Anyway, that's the end of this video. As always, thank you very much for watching.
Oh, that was it? Yo, motherfucker didn't...
Do U-Hauls trigger?
Hey, we're not hitting this react yet. Honestly, good video, informative video. Yeah, dude. IGN made a fucking video about it too. Let's see what they gotta say. I watched a little bit of this, I think, because I was trying to like put it on my watch on stream playlist. Let's see what IGN gotta say about this. Yo, what's up, dude?
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you
Oh.
go where I find to good use.
Oh.
The world of Dragon's Dogma 2 can be a harsh place, filled with disgusting goblins, nefarious
What the fuck? Is this shit in 480p? I just love the series, though, especially with having the ability to create anybody, also having companion interactions. Yeah, bro, I really want it. Like, I want this game to be good. I really want to play it, but yeah. Yeah, Jake, you might have it, because I'm pretty sure you're the one who was like, oh, yeah, Midnight Ghost Hunt's on Epic Games. If you are an indie team and have a game that's like 20 to 30, maybe 40, and you got some extra skins or something to support you or your team, if people have the extra money, then cool. Even big teams like COD, like microtransactions are but you don't need them to play the games. But having them in a game that's $70 and no restart, come on. Yeah, dude, pretty lame. Have I played Fallout 4? No, not... Well, yeah, sorry. I haven't played it recently, though. I need to replay it soon. I'm having a ton of performance issues. Yeah. Yeah, bro. EO, how was your sleep, gangsta?
creatures of the night, and an autosave system that can leave you stuck in dangerous situations a little too often.
Oh?
Arisen, I knew you loved this world too much to leave it behind.
Whether you're taking your first
Dude, he real close. He finna hump you, bro. You better watch yourself. You know, he gonna give you the business.
steps beyond the Border Watch outpost, or preparing to face the harsh deserts of Batal, you won't want to completely rely on the autosave system to create the best checkpoints for you. Want to save yourself some trouble in the future? Watch on to learn the quirks of Dragon's Dogma 2 save system and how best to use it.
Oh man, what's up, gangsta? Chris, when are you gonna play Fable on stream? Shit. Saving Dragon mode doesn't work like you expect. Here's what you need to know. Oh.
Losing any amount of progress can be a major headache, and so Dragon's Dogma 2's quirky save system is best understood early before any tier.
Yo, Austin, I love and appreciate you, gangsta. Have a good time with your lover boy. Hello, chat. Hello, Omen.
Is a shed. Let's start with the basics. You have one save slot, and that save slot is constantly overwritten by 3 types of saves: manual saves, auto saves, and in saves. Manual saves can be made at any point via the system tab on the pause menu, either by hitting save and continue, or save and return to title screen. Autosaves are what the name suggests. The game automatically saves progress before and after an enemy encounter, when speaking to certain characters, or, well, when anything eventful occurs in-game. This is all standard stuff, but that very same autosave can act as a blessing and as a curse. Because Dragon's Dogma 2 doesn't allow for multiple save slots, autosaves replace your manual save. That means, aside from
W, Chucky, W.
making a save just before quitting, you're basically at the whim of the autosave function. As such, you could be left in an awkward tactical position when loading back in.
Bigfoot? Oh my god.
If that's
Yo, look at his cheeks,
save
though.
was just as a really powerful enemy appeared. Worse, you could potentially lose hours and hours of progress if the save becomes bugged. For example,
What?
in my playthrough, I unknowingly climbed up into an out-of-bounds area that was substantially higher than anywhere else I've previously been to. After dropping off a ledge, the game auto-saved, and I hit an invisible wall, with no option to climb back up or safely climb down. My character was effectively stuck forever. So, how do you get around a situation like this? That's where the third type of save comes in saves. These are semi-permanent saves that are created when you rest at an inn. They can only be overwritten by another in save, which means there's always an alternative to your autosave. An in save is loaded from its own section of the main menu, and so is always kept safely isolated. Going back to my
Oh, H-Doom? I know there's an HD remake, but are you fucking sending me to the fucking Doom boob
stuck
mod, huh?
out of bounds scenario, my only option was to bite the bullet and reload my last inn save. This sadly cost me a couple of hours of progress because inns are only found in towns and villages, and so you can journey for hours in the wilderness without being able to make an inn save. But while fewer and further between than an autosave, making a conscious decision to pay for a room and rest in a safe location can act as a playthrough save-in choice if you're left in a tough spot whilst adventuring. Just make sure you're resting at an inn. Taverns are confusingly labeled as inns on the map, but buying a round of drinks will not act as a save point, even though it's quite fun.
Yo,
This
what
system
the
may
fuck?
Initially seem expensive, since a room can cost 2,000 gold to rent, but I'll take that price any day of the week over having to start the entire game again because of a bug, or a brutal combat encounter that proves inescapable. The good news though is that you'll eventually be able to buy a property, and any rests in houses you own will count as an inn save. When reloading your inn save, just be aware that the game will likely make an autosave soon after. As such, you should only load an inn save when you really need to revert back to that point. It's best to think of them as an emergency backup more than your main save. With this knowledge, you can keep your Arisen on the path to glory. But before you head off on your adventure, it's worth knowing one more thing.
Dude. Too bad there isn't a 3 fucking save system and Poppy playtime, dude. Too bad, man. My fucking playthrough just got cooked. Sanity! How goes the gangsta?
Spoilers ahead.
Oh my god, dude. Spoilers? What?
When you hit the final credits,
Ah!